Hello, everyone. I'm Dear Myrtle, your friend in genealogy, but you know that this channel's all about making journals to tell an ancestor story, one anecdote at a time. All right, I kept out these thinning shears because I wanted to tell you what I added to the cover of our Stamperia journal so far. I kind of felt like there was a little bit of empty space right here between the buttons and the circle. So I did go into my stash and I got a yellow digital ticket. But in order to make that zigzaggy part without using pinking shears, which isn't exactly right, I use these thinning shears. And I learned that from Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah, who said one of her viewers suggested that. And I'm like, that's the coolest idea. Those are like $9 or something like that at Amazon. All right, so our challenge today is to figure out if we could use tissue paper or maybe even a glassine bag, although this is an envelope. I received it from somebody in England, in our journal. Now, this is from a little package that came to me on Mother's Day. I also have these elements to remind me that I still need to use some of the lace elsewhere in the book. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited to give this to my friend. So what are we using? We're trying really hard to only use the paper that's in the Stamperia Garden scrapbooking pack. 10 double-faced sheets, acid-free. And this is cardstock. Can you hear it? Yeah, plenty of room there. All right. Plenty of room to use it in a variety of ways. All right. So let's see what we've got here. All right. Let's get started. Okay. Let me move these pages. In fact, this is all we have of the cover because I've been using so much of the backside and some of the elements that were on the cover. So way to go, Stamperia. Okay. So let me show you what I have already lined up, and then we'll deal with the tissue paper. Tell me I've already lost this baby. No, I haven't. Okay, right here on the inside of the cover, I would like to put this from that cover page of Stamperia. And I think I want to attach it with my favorite tiny little paper clip. I like this round one. And I like the fact that it's older or aged. Let's put it that way. Some of us get better with age. Okay. Now I have to think about it from both sides, don't I? So it looks okay here. Flip it up. There's journaling space on the back. But let's go see what it looks like on the front. Okay, not bad. I'm twisting it so that more of it goes there. It's kind of an intriguing thing. Makes you wonder what that's all about. And that's the point of these kind of journals, is it's an adventure. So when my grandkids, although this is being made for a very special friend, when my grandkids go exploring the things in the old steamer trunk upstairs in my office, they have lots of little bits to lift and pull out, etc. Okay, we need to pretty up this lace and give it some accent. And by by accident, I found this little cluster that I made with some sari silk and strips, little bits of paper. And these clusters, I don't know why it wasn't in with the other clusters, but it was over where the little yellow ticket was. I thought that would look pretty on here and would not interfere, but dress up these pages. So now at first I thought I would use some kind of a pink down here, but it felt a little wimpy. This pink is almost a peachy color. I don't know. Now I like it. Let's see if I still like this one. This is washi tape. You don't have to use washi tape. You could just make a strip of something. But the fun thing about washi tape is that it is tape. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, I definitely want to have more emphasis there. So let's take this here and washi tape has a tendency to become unstuck. So we'll use our Yoo-Hoo Stick Magic Blue and add a little bit more glue. Okay, let's see, how much do we need? All right. I probably got way too much, but we can always cut it. All righty. Okay, now I think that does add some interest there on that page. And let's go ahead and trim both the lace and the washi tape. There we go. And I'm going to have to use that washi tape somewhere else in the book. Okay, and we need some good glue for the little cluster. Do I want it high, medium, low? I think I just like it low. Okay, we're going to do that. Okay, we'll plaster the back of this with some art glitter glue. Very strong glue, doesn't add any really extra depth like using a hot glue gun might do. Okay, these are the little bits of things that I would have thrown away. Let me bring it up to the camera so that you can see it better. Just little bits of paper every which way, staple it together, and then on to the next cluster. That's how I made a whole bunch of these in advance. Okay, I'm feeling better because I'm seeing some decoration and I'm seeing that they coordinate with each other. I like this with this. Very nice color. Okay, so here's where we're starting to get into a challenge where we get to a page that we like and you hate to cover it up. And that's where you can do a variety of things. You could only partially obscure it with something like tissue paper, and you'd want to use Collage Pauge, not Mod Podge, because that dries sticky. And we don't want sticky, do we? We don't want sticky at all. We don't want our pages to stick together. That's just how it is. All right, we might use this, might not. But I honestly think that old Mert here wants to use this envelope and put some things in it. So let me bring it closer so you can see. Yeah, you still get the design coming through. All right. All right, we're going to make 2 tuck spots. It's going to be kind of interesting. First, we're going to put glue on these 3 sides and glue it down. So there will be a tuck spot under here. Excuse me. Can you tell I had some 7-Up at lunch? And then we, of course, will have the envelope tuck spot as well. But I like that we're going to be able to preserve some of that cool background. Have it be looking intriguing. Okay, put your hand where you don't glue. We ought to make a little song out of that. Thank you, Wendy, for teaching me that. Wendy's Journal Adventures. There's a link to her YouTube channel in the description of this video. Okay. However, she hasn't been recording lately because they've sold their home and they are moving. They're downsizing, but she will have more crafting space. How's that for a good combination? Okay, dokie. So now I have already prepared, and before we went live, I was working on a few things, trying to figure out what we might want to put in here. That's kind of interesting. Does it obscure too much? I don't think so. Here, we got to put this glue on the edge, Mert. This envelope was like a scotch, bigger or taller than the page. Let's glue down this little part. Manufacturing default. Okay. We could put this here, and it still looks well. And I've already put coffee dyed paper on the back, but I think I'm going to take this, which is leftover scrap, and make a little tab out of it. And I think it's a little big. Let's see. Let me cut it down a little. Okay. So it's a little pull tab that we're going to put there. Do we want to be closer? Let me zoom in just slightly. Okay, that's better. Sound like the Wicked Witch of the West. That's better, my pet. There we go. Mr. Mert's outside working on the annual springtime job called Let's Get the Sprinkler System Going Again without any leaks. Invariably, every winter, something cracks some of the sprinkler heads. Okay, that's good. That's good. So we still have the element of this birdhouse. Very nice. Okay, so inside, I think, now these are all items that I cut from the cover sheet. These were all around the label on the cover sheet of this packet from Stamperia, and I'm using them, honey. I'm using them. They fit nicely inside. Remember these that I had? I think they're not too tall. So let's see what looks well. One kind of dramatic, one not. Yeah, let's set this in here. Did I put, yeah. Oh, I don't need to put tea dyed or coffee dyed paper on the back because Stamperia prints on both sides. It's cardstock, it's thick enough, and there's a little journaling spot. Okay. All right. Now, do I want a special closure? Probably. And I probably just threw away what I need. So let's make a new one. It was too tiny. Okie dokie. So we're going to make a little circle. Or it could have been a triangle, a rectangle, whatever. And I'm going to put glue on the lower half, like the Western Hemisphere here. And I have to decide if I care what direction those lines go in. Obsessive compulsive me would say, yes, we care. I'm also going to ink it a little bit with my Ranger Distress Oxide Vintage Photo. And that's because there's just a little teeny white edge there. Plus, I like the aging that happens when you ink it. All right, so these are straight, so mine's going to be straight here. All right. So nerve-wracking, but good. Okay, can we still pull this out? Yep. Can we still put it back? Yep, we can. All right, is it too busy to use washi tape here? I'm going for it. In fact, I'm going to just put this glue on it this way. was watching Gail Augustinelli, who's also mentioned in the description as one of my inspiration junk journalists, and I saw her using both the glue stick method and the let's put the glue already in the book and go from there method. It's a technical thing. All right, I just don't want to go over the line. Okay, now I've got to cut that or tear it just perfectly. Got it. And that's fine. Okay. All right. I don't want to cover up every page like I did here. I might just leave that. I might not. We could do a flip with washi tape. Let's see if I have a different washi tape. This isn't quite so big. We'd never know. Too small. Well, half of it has to go on one side and the other half goes on the other side. I could also flip it this way. Let me show you. I could flip it this way. See what it would look like on that side with this. It'll be fine. Okay. So we're going to put the washi tape on first. All right, and I'll put the glue here. Let's see how tall it has to be. Okay, let's do it. You know, when I look back on my own videos, it seems like I'm dragging a lot, but then I realize most YouTube crafting videos I watch, oh, we only need this to be half as much glue, Mert. Most of the videos I watch, I speed up to like 1.5 or 1.75. So no wonder it seems like I'm slow. I'm not really a slowpoke. Okay, I'm using Shabby Dabby Doodah's trick with a dry baby wipe to sop up the extra glue once I press this on. Okay, there we go. Now let's get ready for this. So I need to put the glue along the tape. And these little things just make the journal all the more interest, aren't they? Okay, we'll do it like that. One of the things about washi tape is that usually it's semi-transparent, so we can still barely see the R of rosemary, but we get the point. Now it will flip, and we have our regular journaling page and our specialty journaling page. Okay, so that's a flip. It could be a flip pocket. All kinds of cool things. All right, so the other thing that I need to do, oh good, we did embellish that. Autumn's looking interesting. I think what I'd like to do, we already have a side tuck. There's so many things. Well, let's experiment, see what happens. I need my Mod Podge, and I need a good flat brush. Okay. And let's cut some strips of just tearing little strips here. What would it look like if we did this? Oh, I don't like that flat edge. The more irregular things are, the happier I am. Okay, Now, in order to make this as flat as possible with this kind of binding, I can flip it. So just this one page is on the bottom. Oh, that'd be a fun place to do this as well. And like I said, I'm just experimenting. So I think I'll experiment on this page because I can always add another element. I don't really want to mess up this beautiful page. Well, they're just so gorgeous. You don't even need to do all this embellishment stuff. All right. There we go. Come on, Collage Pauge. Oh, way too much. But we're good. Well, maybe not. Okay, so we know we roughly want it up here. Oh dear, I'm going to have to figure out what to do with this. I don't have my usual little palette right here. Okay, now let's see what happens here. We'll just put this on top. So first I put the Collage Pauge down. And then I put the tissue down. There's a couple of little spots here that don't have the Collage Pauge underneath. So let's add that. Oh, there we go. That is pretty. Not the same old, same old. It's exactly this color. How thoughtful of my daughters to give me something that would match the very project I'm working on. Now, I'm glad this is cardstock because this is, of course, Collage Pauge, and it's very sticky. We need to put this somewhere else in the book, but I can't do anything right now with it. We have to let that dry. Let me get that off of there. All right. So let's talk about this side of the page. At least we made this page interesting. Now, what I will do off camera, once this is sort of mostly dry, I'm going to retrieve a piece of plastic or a Ziploc bag, put over this, because then I can remove it, and then put a dictionary on top to help fold it or keep it flat. See how it's sort of warping a little bit right through here? It's because the card is getting very wet from the Mod Podge. Okay, so on this page, we're going to do a different kind of a, gosh, there's so many possibilities. We're going to do a regular pocket here. We've done side pockets elsewhere in the book. Let's see if I can, like this one. But I'm just going to put one right here on the bottom. And it'll be an ordinary one without gussets on the side. So all you do is take a rectangle. Probably want to have a little part cut out like this. And let's be sure to ink right there. And then put the glue on the 3 sides. Hold it on the side where you don't want the glue. Oh, it's such a shame to cover this up, isn't it? So pretty. All right, right on the edge. I don't know how Gail and everybody does this right on the edge. I'm like a wiggly girl, I guess. That being a technical artist term. Probably from growing up near the water in Seattle. Wave action. Okay, let me move this. And I'm going to join it at the bottom of the page. And yes, it's overlapping the binding somewhat, but that's a non-issue. Of course, you know we're going to have to decorate this like we have other things in the book. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so I have a journaling card. I think I will put this way. Let's ink it. all kinds of places to tell just the next segment of an ancestral story. It becomes, whoops, I forgot to curve that page or that corner. 1/4 inch. Using this crocodile. It's very strong. It's also heavy and saves your fingers from having to do it with the little punch. Okay, now let's finish this. Okay, so I think I'm doing that to help calm the waters here, so to speak. But I do like sage. We'll put it there. And maybe something else later. All right, let's look at what later might be. This drew my attention. I don't know why, but I really like it. And what I want to do is make a flip that opens up this way. But I'm not sure where to put it. So let's see. This might be a good spot. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out and hope for the best. Okay. Ah! Kind of excited, but a little nervous because Mr. Mert's going to have his cataract surgery, part 1 next week. And then the following week, oh gosh, look at all these. These are so cool. The stamps, they're so cool. Little birdie. Oh my gosh. That makes me wonder back here. We could just do a little birdie there if I fussy cut it. Or take the word garden. Oh, can't decide. All right, we definitely need some plastic and we need it now. So I'm going to my garbage can. Oh dear, that is not garbage. All right, here we go. Good thing I had to do that. Okay, I'm putting this here to protect the sticky Collage Pauge. Okay. I could flip it out this way. Or flip it out this way. I'm doing everything left flip, so maybe we should do a right flip. Okay, so how do we want to attach this? We have a precedence with the binding being this fabric. The other precedent we've set is to use this washi tape. How will this washi tape look? Kind of bold considering how mild or pale the bird eggs are. Let's see what it would possibly look like. This is winter. Okay, well, first of all, let me do the crocodile in the corners. I just think they look more friendly that way. Oops, that was a 1/2 inch, so I better be consistent there. All right, and we'll ink it. I don't know why I'm inking this flat side because I'll most likely have it covered. Would I rather do it here? That's upside down. But, I think it's, we could flip up. I'm flipping up, guys. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so I need to round these other 2 edges. And Kim, I'm very happy that I got you into making little mini journals to go with your parents' wedding pictures. Okay. So, this fabric's really thick. And yes, we need to put some journaling paper in here. Okay. Oh dear. I never know what to do. Let's just go for it. There's no right or wrong. I can't possibly mess up too much. All right. Okay. I don't want this selvage, but I don't mind the rough edges. Okay, I only need that much. Maybe even less. And it doesn't need to be nearly as thick. So let's take some of this off. Yeah, it'll go like that. And then on the other side. Okay, so let's first of all fix this. I'm putting this here only to see how much glue, or how far I need to go with this glue. And it's pretty far. Okay, wish me luck. And I'm going to put this curvy side. Can always touch up the glue part later. Okay. There. Okay. So here we're going to go like that. So over here, I'm going to put the glue on this side. Okay. This is doable, Mert. Okay. Hold it and hope for the best. Oh, I did it off camera. Sorry about that. All right, so now we have a flip up, kind of a little bit different, and we need to put some something to journal on here. Man, this is going to be a hard-fought journal. I mean, this is going to be a very long story, is what I mean. Okay, so let me get some coffee dyed paper from over here. We're going to need several. I'm getting dinged. My grandson was just in a race, and so I think that's what's happening. Boy, it's really dark coffee dyed paper, but ooh, do I ever love this edge. And I like that. All right, let me get this. I'm gonna have to ink the opposite edge, I think. Okay, and about like this. Alrighty. We'll put these aside. Why do coffee dyed paper? Because we can. Because it looks intriguing. It's not just white, printer paper. If I were doing a springtime, let's just all the different seasons, but if I were doing a springtime ooh, that side's pretty too. Oh my gosh. Well, we'll just be patient, Mert. We'll put the glue down, get this on the page. Whoops. I'm not planning to make it a pocket, so I need the glue pretty much everywhere. Okay, and my wallpapering tool, as I like to call this, Mr. Mert saw this old, falling apart, torn, worn shirt that used to be his and said, "You really ought to, let me have that for a rag out in the shop." And I'm like, "Are you kidding? This is my favorite thing to craft in." All right. Are there any other corners I missed? Okay, that's good. That's good. All right. So this flip does show us that there's something interesting there. And there we go. Now, I think I will put a little bit of the lace. Remember, I have to try to get this lace in a couple of other spots. Okay, the trick is trying to cut off this edgy stuff. All right, now let's just be ruthless. Okay, let's look at this end of it. Okay, and flip this little part off. I mean, that's kind of you're not expecting to see that there. So it's like a little surprise. It's a little better here. What else can we put with it that might be intriguing? How about just this or the bird? Ooh, I like the bird. Let's cut the bird out. All right. And remember, I'm mostly trying to use just what came in this card pack. Let's do the more fine details here without dealing with the whole page. Ooh, okay. Let me get some of that tissue paper. I wish the bird was facing the other way. What would happen if we put him down here? I like him facing there. Let's see if we can cover him up so we don't really see him. He needs to go kind of here. Okay, this is doable. All right, let me get some more of that. Sheesh. Of our collage Pauge. We're going to put this here. Now, you could use Mod Podge, but then you need to spray the surface with the sealant so that it removes the stickiness. I'm going over the edge, in case you didn't notice. All righty. Now, I could have put this with more purposeful crinkling, etc. In fact, I'm going to do it right here. Doesn't have to be on there straight. Okay, now I'm not sure if this will stick it down, but let's just try. It might be easier. Okay, there's a little cat hair. Good, we got it. Okay, and where's my bird? Okay, I'm going to use my art glitter glue for that. Whoops. So I didn't need to go out and buy special little birds or flowers. We have done a pretty good job of trying See if this is straight. Oh, after Mr. Mert's eyes are done, mine are getting done. No more glasses, hopefully. Okay, so got a little secret spot under there. It's kind of fun. Out of nothing, out of leftovers. Just a little bit of that lace showing through. And it was just scrap. And that's what we made it out of. Very cool. Okay, so what have we done today? Still haven't done the back page, but this is a good one. Should we put a little lift, a little tab to lift, or do you think they know? I think they know, but I also think I'm going to put the tab there. Let's find a little something that we can use. Oh, I really don't want to mess this up at all. I like it. I'll just leave it like that. Okay. Okay. Let's fix this baby. It's still wet. Put it there to let it be as flat as possible. Kind of like this. It's like a little collage right there with the butterflies. See this? The bird has the same color background, so I don't think I want to do that. Let's see if we can do something with this. I'm going to cut it fairly just quickly. And then we will see if we still want to use it. Okay, it's too big. But I really like that ledger paper that's behind it. See? It's already been collaged. All right, well, we'll just have to shorten it a little. Great. And how far up? Okay. All right, I've got all my little scraps in the book. Okay, hopefully you've noticed a couple of ideas that you might use. Okay, I need something lighter. And oh, there's so many things you could do. All right, that's just one of the pages I still have left. Let me see. All right. Ooh, we haven't used this yet from the kit. Let's use some of that. I'm going to go up. Gee, there's green and white and oh my gosh. Ooh, I like that flower almost better. Let's try that. See, how can I get over there? Man, this is hard. The paper cutting trials of old Mert. What a day. Now, once I cut it, I'll probably decide I don't like it. Who knows? Like that envelope, or envelope as they say. Okay, let's see what we get. Okay, here's this, which I can ink. Not liking that so much. But I do like this cutesy little envelope. Wonder what would happen if I ink it. Maybe it's too white. I mean, there is white there and there. Maybe I'm just being fussy. Who knows? Oh, yeah. Needed to do that inking. Oh, gosh, I'm not on camera. I am so sorry. Okay, that's roughly it. Okay. I'm sure you're thinking of ways that I could do this. And that's good because that means your creative juices are flowing here. Oh, wait, we're going to have to put this down at some point. So let's get some glue on it. And guess, I can fix that. I could have put cheesecloth under this part. Okay, I've got to move it like this so I can get it flat. Okay, we'll finish the glue on this little strip, except that we need to ink this envelope, tiny little print of an envelope. Okay, let me put this down. All right. Okay, so looks intriguing. Okay, this is almost dry. That's good. Going to need to put some coffee dyed paper on the back. There's journaling. There's our flip up. Man, we did a lot on this particular journal. I've decided, whoops, that's not the main page. Where's the opening page? There it is. I have decided that I am going to take some fabric. I don't know, I think it's fine. But there's always been this dilemma. Do I want to take some fabric and wrap it up over this? But I kind of like looking at that. I kind of like it. Okay. Well, there's nothing left to say, but I'm Dear Myrtle, your friend in genealogy. Happy family tree climbing and journaling, everybody. That's a wrap.